Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome on screen again. Well, I'm super excited to see you on screen, especially at this time, as we've just uploaded a new video in this channel. Thank you, fella, for being here, and thank you for being considerate to Rita Finance YouTube channel. And with that said, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you in Rita Finance YouTube channel. And if you're new to this channel, warmly welcome. Subscribe to it. And if you're a regular viewer and you're yet to be one of our subscribers, please feel free to do so. Consider to be one of our subscribers by subscribing in this channel. Share this video with your friends, loved ones, workmates, schoolmates, relatives, or with anyone who you think is going to benefit from the teachings that have been provided in this channel. And don't forget to like this video as well and click the notification bell so that you can be notified once we upload a new video in this channel. This is Rita JL. Warmly welcome in today's episode. So fella, in today's episode, it's all about finances. And guess what? We're in the banking industry where we're going to learn about how to manage a joint current account. Without further ado, let us go the details of this story. So fella, managing money, you as partners or you as a parent and a teenager or you as friends or roommates, requires you to have careful planning, collaboration, communication, and understanding between you and regarding the shared financial goals which now you'll be having. And one way for you to manage your finances, you as joint individuals, is for you to open a joint current account. And managing a joint current account requires to have collaboration between the account holders, transparency between the account holders, and regular communication between you as joint account holders. Here are the ways now on how to manage a joint current account if at all you now have made a decision to open a joint current account. Number one, communicate and establish clear guidelines. Now, you as account holders, before now you open a joint checking account or a joint current account, it's important for you to have a discussion on how the account will be used. Talk openly about money, sharing your individual spending habits. Each one of you should share his or her individual spending habits, the financial values, what financial values are each of you carrying, and the overall goals. Which goals now are you having, or which shared goal do you have towards that joint account? You have to establish a clear guiding on how to access the account. Now, between you as joint account holders, how will you now be accessing that account or accessing funds in that account? You will also have to know how transactions are going to be managed, how withdrawals are going to be managed. And also you have to know that how often you'll be reviewing the account activity together. Remember, you should have a regular account statements within a certain period of time, and you should review these account statements or account activity together, you as joint account holders. So this will set a strong foundation on joint money management, because now you as the joint account holders, you will know how your finances are moving in that account. Number two, agree on expenses to be used in that account for. So if this joint account is for expenses of so regular for certain expenses which you guys want to pay for, you have to know and you have the clarity on how to these expenses will be paid for from that joint account. Have a clarity on this. To have a clarity on this can help you to prevent any misunderstanding between you guys or you account holders, and it will help you to have a proper budgeting. So you can consider bills like, number one, maybe it's housing costs. Now, how now are you going to contribute the rent, or maybe you're having mortgage payments or rent payments? Now, these housing costs, how are you going to settle them? Number two, if it's utilities including electricity, including water, including gas or internet and phone bills. So how are you going to manage these utility bills, which now you're putting funds together to pay these expenses for? Number three is for groceries. Maybe you are doing regular shopping for foods and household essentials? So how are groceries going to be managed through this account? Other expenses is for transportation. You consider fuel, you consider maintenance and insurance costs. For a shared vehicles, if you are sharing a vehicle, how are you now going to manage these transportation costs? Another cost which you are going to look at is the vacation, which including the travel expenses, the hotel stays, and entertainments during the trips. So if there are vacation expenses, how are you guys going to manage through this joint account? And the last expense to look at is for education. Now, this education, it considers the school supplies. If you have children and you regard to have school supplies, or you yourself, you are going to school, how are you going to manage the school supplies and also the tuition fee if they are applicable? So by clearly identifying the spending categories, both parties will have to know and feel secure on how this account will be used and how each partner now is going to contribute towards now settling this bill or raising these funds for settling these expenses. Number 3, how to manage this joint account. Number 3, you have to set the budgets together. So clearly, joint holders, you have to prepare your budgets together. And when you're preparing these budgets together, you have to, as you know, now you are combining these financial resources together. You are now having the fixed expenses and we having the variable expenses. So the rule number 1, you have to determine the total income. This is the total income from you as the joint account holders. The total income, maybe it's from employment, or it's from business, or it's from investment, or it's from dividend payments. What is the total income of you now together? What are you having, so that you can now put it under the segments of income when you are budgeting. After you have established the income, including all, even the freelancing or consultation income, include all the sources of income. The step number 2 now is to list the expenses and categorizing the expenses as fixed expenses and variable expenses. Maybe fixed expenses, maybe it's for rent or mortgage payments or utility payments. These are fixed. And now we'll also have a group of variable expenses like groceries and entertainment. This they varies. So you have to put a group for fixed expenses and the group for variable expenses. Now you have to set the saving goals. Number 3, within that budget, number 3 is to set the saving goal. So now decide how much of you are going to contribute each month towards that purpose. The purpose now which you have set for opening the joint account. Now each member, what are you going to contribute towards you to achieve that amount of money? And number 4, within the same budgeting, you have to track non-essential spending. You remember the difference between needs and wants, which is talked in other previous videos before. So there are non-essential expenses, which are the ones which are the desires, the things which you can live without them, like even going to movies, the expenses that you can live without them, the non-essential one. So now you have to keep track of them to ensure that you don't overspend your joint accounts, or to use money which are not in the purpose of that joint account. So review and adjust this budget accordingly, especially when there's changes in income has increased or decreased, or there's changes in any expenses, whether the expenses increase or decrease. So you have also to review this budget after you determine the total income, the expenses, the saving goals, and also the non-expensive spending have been tracked. The last way to manage this current account is for you to monitor the account regularly. So regular monitoring of the account activity, it will help you to stay on top of your finances. Make it a habit, at least maybe once a week or maybe once per month. It really depends on the number of joint account holder. Now you have to review your account activity or what is happening in that account. And when you're reviewing this joint accounts, number 1, you have to review the transaction. Look at the recent purchases, which maybe one of your joint account holder has made a certain purchase via the debit card online. So you have to review the purchases that has been made through that account to ensure is it in line with the goals that you have made or you have set for that joint account. And number 2, you have to look at the spending habits. So identify all the spending habits, and which, if they are not favorable to you, you have to adjust them. So discuss any unexpected expenses that has come through that joint account. And last one, you check with the fees. So keep an eye to any fees which you are paying in that account. Maybe it's account maintenance fee or the ATM fees, and discuss the way you'll minimize them, or how the way you are going to cover it up. Remember, these transaction fees which are happening into account, maybe the ATM fees and the account maintenance fees, will reduce the amounts that you are saving. So you have to discuss on how to manage these fees and how now you will cover up for this banking fees so that you are saving cannot be eroded. Thank you, fella, for listening, and I'm glad that you have listened to this video up to this end. And also, I'm glad that you're keeping up with the Rita series. Until next time, my friend, don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to keep it locked with the Rita series. And don't forget to go to Amazon and get your copy of Rita's personal finance book via the link in the description part below. This is Rita JL. Until next time, bye.